I need to hear the light shining off of my mirror is crazy. I need to hear how bad my AC is. Stop. I need to hear how bad my AC is because I'm having hot flashes and I don't want to deal with it. But also my big tall tripod that I usually put my camera on, it's hooked to my computer. The camera is hooked to my computer. And when I tell you I don't want to fucking deal with it, I mean it. So let's see how bad this is. Okay, it's pretty bad, but listen, we're all just gonna have to deal. Just like we're all gonna have to deal with the fact that I absolutely refuse to turn on my ring light because I just like don't want to deal with it right now. I keep making these big plans in my head that I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and like I can't because I literally can't function today, and I know that it's because I have such a busy week coming up starting tomorrow that like for some reason in my head I think I have to rest today. For some reason in my head, I think I have to take a rest today. So I have done like the absolute fucking bare minimum. Like I will, like, okay, no, I didn't wake up with big plans. Actually, I did. They were middle plans. I wouldn't say big. They weren't large plans. They were medium plans. I fell asleep with big plans. Woke up an hour and a half later, couldn't fall back to sleep, and they got knocked back a little bit. When reality hit me, I was like, ow! Epps and I both slept like fucking trash last night. Like we had these plans, we were gonna go. When we woke up, like as soon as D got on the bus, E gets on the bus like ridiculously early in the morning, and D catches the bus a little after 8. And the plan was we were gonna go put money on the chime card and pay some bills and then go to lunch and like go to one of the dollar stores and pick up some snacks and shit like that. That did not happen. We both slept like absolute fucking garbage. We just ended up going back to bed. He ended up waking up a little bit before me and going to the gym, and then when I woke up, it was literally like an hour before he had to clock in for work. We ended up panic going to fucking Walgreens, put money on the chime card, and then getting lunch and just getting it and bringing it home and eating it. But like all day, I have been swinging wildly between like, I want to clean my room, I want to organize things, I want to do laundry, like I want to make sure that I have a cute outfit for my appointments this week, because I always think like, oh, I've got clean clothes, I'll find something that I want to wear, and then I'll go to like get dressed and I'll be like, oh, my cute shit is upstairs in the hamper. So I've been telling myself all day that I'm gonna drag the hamper from the bathroom down into the laundry room, and I just haven't. And I know what will happen probably if I do is I'll wash it and then I won't put it in the dryer tonight, and then I'll wake up tomorrow and it won't be dry, so it won't matter anyway. But I've also wanted to like organize and shit and like clean and been making all these big plans, but also have been like laying in bed watching Ethan Nestor stream Little Nightmares 3 all day. So yeah, I thought, well, the most productive thing that I can do for myself, because obviously, you know, there's things that you have to do every day that I don't really count them as being productive. I just count them as like, you know, life. The most productive thing that I can do is take a really, really, really good shower, wash my hair, exfoliate my face, do my skincare. At least fucking wash your ass, bitch. So that's what I did. I don't know, I'm still struggling to talk a little bit. But I'm learning to move past it. Like, I'm learning to get better about like moving past it. And I think it's because I've been streaming a lot lately, and when it happens during stream, I just push through it. And I think it's like overall helping me. Is that weird? Probably not. But yeah, I thought I would check in. I have done nothing today. Like, everything that I have done other than take a shower has been just like shit that I do every day and don't vlog it. Dinner, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I kind of want to make a cake. I have a yellow cake that I bought at Big Lots the other day, and Epps got me some chocolate icing. My hormones are kind of screaming for it. Did I tell you guys, I think I did bitch about it in a vlog. Did I tell you guys that I baked, or not baked? Oh my God, what am I trying to say? I wore my Meta glasses. I think it's because I'm like thinking about this cake. I have this tendency to buy like brownie mix, cake mix, whatever. And then want to make it for like weeks. I'll be like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'll lay here and be like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'll go downstairs and be like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I want it so bad. I want it so bad. I wish I would have made it. Blah, 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 blah. And I just like don't. And then just like one day I do. And when I make them, they're always like, if I make a cake, brownies, anything like that, this shit's gone within like 3 hours. It doesn't survive in this house. But one time I wore my Meta glasses while I was cooking dinner. Because I've always wanted to like vlog cooking and stuff. So I wore my Meta glasses, which are the glasses that I wear when I'm like walking around stores. And the fuckers overheated. Like a quarter of the way through it. If I try, like I have this thing where, I don't know, it's like a food anxiety, like a contamination anxiety. So I don't want to like touch my phone and stuff. Or like a camera when I'm cooking. Because then in my head and actually factually, my hands are dirty and I need to wash them. And wash them and wash them and wash them before I touch food, before I touch the food that I'm cooking. So I just tried to put my Meta glasses on. The bitch is overheated a quarter of the way through it. So it's like, all right, so this shit's not meant to fucking be. Anyways, I have meetings tomorrow, but thankfully they're not until the afternoon. That doesn't mean that I'm not completely like paralyzed by it the day before, because of course, I think I want to douse myself in my vanilla skin. What is that? A hair. Of course it's a fucking hair. Of course it's a fucking hair. You can also put this shit in your, you can put it, it's for everything. It's for your clothes. It's for your hair. It's for your fabrics. It's for everything. I see people like on YouTube shorts and stuff put so much of this on. They have it in perfume. Like a more concentrated perfume too. They put so much of it on. I'm like, oh my God, I have that. And I know you can't fucking breathe. I know you can't fucking breathe. It ain't just me. Old diseased lungs over here. Like, it's spicy. Like, it's spicy. It's one of those sprays that needs to settle for a minute. And I think it smells better, like, a little bit after you put it on. Like, after it has a chance to, like, sit and soak and, like, dissipate on whatever surface it's on. But yeah, and then, like, people, like, mix perfumes together. Epps mixes a Gucci cologne and like a Calvin Klein body spray, and I'm like, I don't like what I don't know how to do that. I don't know, like that seems like something I would have to know something about, like perfumes and body sprays. So it seems like that's a skill. Anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna be filming anymore today, and if I don't, I will see you tomorrow. Listen, I just ate chocolate cake. Marie? What, baby? What? 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 I just ate chocolate cake. Oh, shit. So, if it's all over my face... No, it's not. Actually, I don't care about my hair right now. Like, I don't care about it right now. I just ate chocolate... Starting over again, Marie's on my lap, and I don't feel like reaching over and not touching or undoing the record button thing. Is that a fucking, is it a cold sore? A chocolate, piece of chocolate. I don't know. It won't come off. So I think it's like one of the other things that's not chocolate. But anyways, I just ate some, so if it's in my teeth, on my face, no it's not. I have to hurry up and film this because he's going to be walking through the door anytime now, and I always get like really shy and embarrassed whenever I vlog in front of people, even people that know that I do, even my kids that have seen me do it a million times, even Epps who's in vlogs with me. But anyways, guys, ow, Rudy, you gotta watch your nails, baby. Anyways, yesterday, because I had this meeting today, and it was like ushering in this like big, important, busy week, I could not do anything yesterday. Like, I literally was like mentally paralyzed because I knew, girl, you're gonna start knocking stuff over. I was like mentally paralyzed from it. Like, I could not do fucking anything. Like, I couldn't stream, I couldn't film, I couldn't do anything. I made a cake. I made a cake. I just ate a piece of it because there was a fucking holiday on Monday, so Eps's paycheck is a day late. So we're doing the day before the pay style thing, and I'm like, you know what, we do have cake. Am I gonna feel like shit for eating this later? Yeah, like physically and mentally, yeah, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. Um, anyways, I was like mentally paralyzed by the fact that I had this meeting. Wake up this morning to a text message. It's been canceled. Not rescheduled yet, so I have that future anxiety, but canceled. So I feel like I lost my day for nothing. I've got, I've got to, I've got to hold her paws so she's not thrashing all over. She's like, she has no shits to give about anything around her that she could potentially knock over and break. She doesn't care. Marie's all over Mama. She says I'm all over my mom. Oh my gosh. And I can't like tell her to go away. Like, I can't do it. I feel bad. But anyways, you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, and I think it was a couple of weeks ago, it had to have been, because it definitely wasn't like months ago, and it definitely wasn't days ago. But do you remember when I was like, oh my God, I got an email of a Facebook code where somebody's trying to fucking reactivate my old Facebook? And I was like flipping out about it because like that shit happens to my grandma all the time, where like hackers will get in and like use her account to like send people messages and ask them for money, or like or like, and or use her account to like post phishing links. Girl, you are clawing the shit out of me. Put your claws away, please. Put your claws away. Or they will post like phishing links on like their thing, and I was like flipping out because it was like such an old fucking account. Like, it was from before Epps and I got together, so it was like, well, like what, like probably like 8 or 9 years old, and the profile picture was like me and my ex, and I was like, oh my God, what if they successfully reactivate it? And like, here I am, I don't even have like a Facebook. Like, I don't even fucking have a Facebook, but like, what if I have this fucking active Facebook account that I know my ex is on, and he's in the fucking profile picture, and he's probably gonna be like, what the fuck? And it's like, it's not even me, it's a hacker. Well, anyways, girl, I can't. I literally will go to like trim her claws, and they're not long. They're not long. It's that when she's on you, she like actively has them out. And I'm like, girl, I'm not a piece of fabric. I'm not your cat tree. I'm not that chair over there that I can't stop you from digging your claws into. This is meat. This is fat and muscle and bone and organs and blood. Like, please stop. Anyways, what was I gonna say? That email got hacked. You remember me being like, oh, I changed my password. It should be fine. I'm laughing, but actually I want to fucking cry. I want to fucking cry because my Instagram got. And like, here's the thing. Yes, I can just make a new one. Like, I can just make a new one. Just post about it places, talk about it places, hope everybody finds me, all that. Like, that's not a big deal. You know what I'm fucking thinking about? The fact that that email is like 15 years old. And it's hooked to like so much of my shit. It's hooked to like so much of my shit. And I no longer have like priority, like help on Instagram because I lost verification because I changed my profile picture. So I think I'm gonna have to get rid of it and make a new one. But here's the concern that I have. Not just like the fact that that fucking email is for like everything. Not just the fact that that email is used for like everything for me. it's the fact that I have like 200 people blocked on that Instagram account. And I'm like, oh my God, if I make a new Instagram, I am the type of person that every time somebody I know IRL shows up on like a recommended follow, like on TikTok, on Instagram, anywhere, immediately blocked. Blocked. Oh, it's my, like literally, they'll be like, can we sync your contacts? And I'll be like, no, guys, I can tell you something, and I hope this doesn't cause you anxiety. But have you ever synced your contacts with an app and you come across somebody and it says from your contacts and you're like, they're not in my contacts? Like, what do you mean that they are not in my contacts? It's because you're in theirs. Yeah. It doesn't just sync contacts that you have in your phone. It also syncs contacts that people who have your number in their phone. So you can like block somebody and everything. Like it doesn't make a shit. But anyways, all I'm thinking about is like the flood. Like anytime I come across somebody, I'll be like, no, you don't have permission to access my contacts. And whatever website I'm on, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, will be like, okay, we won't access your contacts. Um, but here's all of your ex's petty ass little bitchy, pissy, childish friends and some people you slept with like over a decade ago. Oh, here's your ex brother-in-law. Oh, there's your aunt. And it's like, if I don't go around, if I don't actively go around people that I could be around in real life, there's a reason for it. If I'm not keeping up with them online, I don't want them to keep up with me. You know what I mean? Anyways, I think I'm just going to make a new one. I am a little bit panicked about how I'm immediately going to have to go in and like change the settings so that only like mutuals can find me or not find me but message me and like all that shit. Like I am nervous about that. God, I love having short curly hair, but I am nervous about that. But like I just don't want to deal with it. I am kind of devastated that happened, and I like took all the precautions that I could. I swear to God, and I don't know if it's a scam or what, but I swear to God I saw on Instagram that Hot Topic had a data breach. And then like right after I saw that, like I started getting an excessive amount of like scam calls and text messages and emails and shit like that, like phishing emails that I don't even open because I'm smarter than that. Um like those fake like could not complete your delivery because of an incomplete address. Copy and paste this link. It's like, are you fucking stupid? Like, are you dumb? Like, are you dumb? I started getting like an excessive amount of those, and then getting like emails about like emails um saying like, oh, here's your verification code for this really old fucking Facebook and all this shit. And then the next thing that I know, my fucking Instagram gets hacked. And then all of a sudden I start getting hundreds and hundreds of followers from like obviously bot accounts, like BOT accounts. And I'm like, okay. What do I do? What do I do? I don't have Meta verified anymore because I changed my profile picture. And if you change your profile picture and they can't clearly see your face anymore, you lose verification. Probably because of shit like that. So I don't know what to do. I shut it down though. I did shut it down. That was one thing that I did do, was I did shut it down. I think I'm just going to make a new one. The fact that there's going to be like this flood of hundreds of people that I have blocked, and none of these apps give a fuck if you deny them access to your contacts or not. The fact that I'm going to have to like go in and like redo my privacy settings and everything like that, like I don't want to deal with it. Anyways, okay, so to get it out of the way, just so everybody is aware, I am wearing these not because there's something wrong with my face. What the fuck is that? eyeliner. Not because there's something wrong with my eyes, but because I feel fucking disgusting. So it's really late at night, and I am alone in our bedroom, and Epps just left to do some shit for work. And I took a really fuck ass mess of a nap between 9 and 10 p.m., which was really, really good. And honestly, if I like knew that was going to happen, I would have gotten up and streamed. But you know how it is when your sleep schedule absolutely fucking sucks. But anyways, I thought I would tell you guys a scary story, and I thought I would do so with a super sensitive mic, because I feel like psychologically torturing myself watching this back. So, for those of you that have been following me for a long time, you probably know that I believe, and Epps believes, and my children believe that this fucking house is haunted. Wholeheartedly. See, here's the thing about me. I don't know if we've ever gone in depth about this, but I do believe in ghosts. However, I think I'm skeptical. I'm a believer, but I'm an extremely skeptical believer. Like, I think probably 99% of the shit that like people post online, like ghost videos and shit, are bullshit. And or they, like, the person knows that they're lying, like they're faking, they're making it up, whatever. And then the other, whatever, there's probably like 0.5% that's real. And most of it can probably be explained. Like the ones that like they're not faking, they're not lying, there's probably an explanation for it. So I am a believer. I am somebody that has had experiences before in my life and everything like that. So I do believe in ghosts. It's just like I'm very skeptical, and I think it's like much more rare than like people try to make it out to be. Like I will literally, okay, when Epps and I first got together, he came over. Like, first of all, the man came over once and basically just never left. But I had never heard of like Nuke's top 5 or any of that shit before. And I'll never forget, he was watching a Nuke's top 5 video, and I just started fucking cackling. I was like, what is this? Because I think a lot of it is BS. I think a lot of it, I look at it and I'm like, who would ever believe this other than like our 14 and 12-year-old? Like, who would ever believe this? You know what I mean? But anyways, is there shit in my teeth? I just like made a chocolate cake with chocolate icing, and I put like little Halloween sprinkles on it and stuff, and I'm like terrified it's in my teeth, but whatever. Listen, here's the thing. It's just been popping off in our house lately, and I fully and wholeheartedly believe that there is something here. I don't know what it is. I know that I have seen things. I know that I have heard things. I know that I have felt things. I know that my children have as well. So here's the thing. Okay, how do I explain this? Also, my heart is acting up, so if I'm huffing and puffing, that's why. Okay, so here's the thing. The other day, I was standing in the kitchen making dinner, and I only use like my front left burner and my front back burner if I have to. Like, my front left burner is my favorite burner, and if I'm trying to make more than one thing at a time, I was making fettuccine Alfredo, and I had my sauce going on the back burner and my pasta, my noodles going on the front. Did I say front and back? Pasta in the front, sauce in the back. And instead of standing in front of the stove, I stand on the side of it so that they're both directly in front of me. I know that's kind of fucking weird, but like, whatever. Okay, so hang in here with me. I'm standing on the side of the stove instead of in front of it. Beside me is a wall, behind me is a wall, in front of me is a stove. The only way that you could like walk up to me is to walk beside me. Like, if I was standing in front of the stove, there would be, all the way around except for the stove to get to me. You get what I'm saying? I'm over explaining, but you get what I'm saying. I was walled off. I had metaphorically 3 walls around me, and there's me and there's the, okay. So anyways, I'm standing there and I'm like stirring my Alfredo sauce, and looking at the noodles, and I feel on my ass, and I don't mean like in a sexual way at all, but like on the area between like my butt cheek and my thigh, just a very gentle but like extremely firm, like, and I look up and Epps is standing near the sink, which is like 6 feet away. And I start looking around because D likes to come up behind me and like pull on my shirt or like poke my back. And then he'll like put his hands behind his back like he didn't do that. And I'm like looking around like, did he slide behind me? And like, is he between me and the wall? Because it felt so fucking like real. You know what I mean? And I look at Epps and I was like, did you just like slide out of the kitchen? And he was like, no. And I look over and he's standing, like we have like a large opening between our kitchen and our living room. But there's like a curtain between it. And he's like standing between the curtain. I was like, did you just poke my butt and run away? And he was like, no. I was like, no, like seriously, like with everything in me, I need you to be so serious. Did you poke my butt? And like run away. Even though like guys, when I tell you it wasn't fucking possible, it was not possible. It was not possible. The time like he would have had to have been like whichever one of the Incredibles it was like super fast. Like that. And also like the height of it, D is 12. And he's not tall, but he's not like super short. And this was like a little bitty, like hand on a little bitty child. So I was like, okay. And I look at Epps and he's like, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to freak you out. But when I was laying in bed last night, I felt something touch me. And it was around the same area. And it felt like a little kid pushed on me. And I was like, shut up. Because I didn't bring up the kid thing. Like, I didn't bring up that it felt like it was like a short person with a small hand. Like, I didn't bring that up. I was like, shut up. And he was like, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to scare you. Like, I didn't want to say anything to you because I didn't want to like freak you out or whatever. And there has been, oh my God, I think it was yesterday or the day before that, I was laying in here and through like, I don't know, like I heard something, a little kid's voice, and I don't want to say what they said because it was like heartbreaking. And I told Epson, he was like, oh no. But like, what? You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, why? Like, why? Why? Of all things? Why? Hold on. Epps just sent me a text. Anyways, when I film in my living room, I will watch my footage back and there's like all kinds of shit popping off around me that I don't hear when I'm down there. Like people whispering, people talking at one point in time, probably like 3 years ago, because I think, guys, I don't know, but I think my channel is pretty close to 4 years old. So I think it was like 3 years ago, I was filming in my kitchen and there was a fucking growl. Didn't hear that. Didn't hear that shit with my ears. Anyways, like that's like a normal thing for like other areas of my house. Like there's been times that I've been like, oh my God, I used to film in my basement. I know there's a lot of you that are new here and definitely like weren't following me like 2019, like 2020, like pandemic days. I used to film in my basement. I spent so much time, so much money building this like recording like content area in my basement. Like literally built like a little room, like filled it full of lights. It was so fucking magical. And then one day I was down there filming and I caught like a full, like, oh my God, full sentences happening around me. And I didn't hear them when I was down there. So I stopped filming down there. I stopped filming down there after that. Sorry, I had to pause for a minute. It's like becoming hard for me to breathe. My heart is very happy with me right now. I feel like Charlie XCX with these glasses on. I do, but I like it. Anyways, Epps and I were going to go ghost hunting, and we pulled out this really, really cheap camera that we've had for years that has night vision on it. And I just was trying to get it. Listen, the last time that we took it, we walked around the neighborhood, and he was wearing like a Jason mask, and the kids were running around and everything, and we were like bantering with each other and talking and laughing and giggling and all that shit. And then we get home and I watched the footage, and there's no sound. So I'm like terrified. I'm like, what if we like spend like 2 hours ghost hunting and we watch it back and like all the footage has no sound, and it's like all for nothing, and that's like super devastating, because even if we weren't like making a YouTube video out of it, that would be like memories that we like lost. You know what I mean? But anyways, I just tried to set it up. I couldn't get a fucking card to format on it. It won't pick up a mic, so I'm glad that I tested it before we actually went to try to do it. What do you mean? This like $50 camcorder that I got years ago doesn't want to work. What do you mean? One thing that I've always wanted to do is like go outside and like go ghost hunting, but I don't know where to go without getting in some kind of trouble. Like I will get in some, if we go to a graveyard after like dark, we'll get in trouble. Like we'll get in trouble, but also like one year, years ago, I put on a plastic goat mask and a cloak I got from Killstar and ran around my backyard while Epps filmed me with this camera and night vision. And we were just bantering with each other, like running around the backyard, and I posted it, and I was like, what is this? And all these little kids got in my comments and they were like, this is fake. What is this? All the kids with like Roblox accounts and Forza accounts were like not understanding the humor behind it. Anyways, I have some ghost hunting apps on my phone, and I kind of want to go ghost hunting, but I'm kind of like, what happens if I find something? What happens if I see something? Like, coincidence? Probably. I know I probably sound like a shaniac, but I'm not. I'm not a shaniac. I do believe in ghosts. I just think that most of it can be explained, and I think a large chunk of shit what is posted online, I think it's fake, or like I said, easily explained. Like I want to go ghost hunting. And I thought about doing like a little impromptu session. Right now, while Epps isn't home, I'm here by myself. Actually, no, I'm not. The kids are downstairs asleep, but I'm in the room by myself. But it's like, okay, so what if I see something, hear something? What if something pops up? Then what, bitch? Then what? Epps isn't going to be home for an hour. He's not going to be home for an hour. Then what? I have a couple apps on my phone, but I think I'm going to use this app called Necrophonic to ask the ghosts some questions. Okay? Respectfully. Okay, we're gonna ask the ghosts some questions very respectfully. What do you think about the new Taylor Swift album, and do you believe that it deserves the backlash that it is receiving? I think it just said no. Wait, were you answering, do you like the new Taylor Swift album? Do you like the new Taylor Swift album? Did you just call me a bitch? Did you just call me a cunt? Yeah. Do you like the new Taylor Swift album? Ew! Do you think it deserves... Well, that was a yes and a no. And a yes? Do you think it deserves the backlash it's receiving? Somebody said no. What do you think? Yes? Do you think that the new Hillary Duff album will be good? No opinion? Ew! Do you think... Did that just say Shay? Do you think that the new Taylor Swift album... Or do you think that the new Hillary Duff album will be good? I gotta tell you guys, I think this app just like loops through the same sounds over and over and over again. But it is really funny whenever it feels like there's a major coincidence and answers. It is pretty funny. Okay, this other one that I've been using for years, and it actually factually fucking freaks me out. And it's just this little goofy app called Ghost Radar. And it's like so cheesy. My son loves to use it. Like, I'll just walk around the house with it on. I swear, like 10 years ago when it first came out, I would use it at my baby daddy's house. Loud? Me? Well, yeah. Loud. Anyways, I would use it at my baby daddy's house, and I would get relevant shit on it all the time, to the point that I was like, I'm a throw up. Like, he had, like, there was like a fire down the street, and like several people had died in it. And I would get like fire all the time on it, and like death. And then like one time I was walking past a graveyard and I got like all kinds of relevant shit. And I wasn't like asking questions. I was just walking with it open and waiting for it to say something. And that popped up. Teacher. I don't know. Okay, let's ask on this. Do you like the new Taylor Swift album? No opinion? I don't blame you. She's a scary subject. I don't blame you for that one. Do you think she deserves the backlash that she gets for the album? People are like mad about the cover. I think it's pretty. I don't know. But I can't really have an opinion because I don't listen to her music. So like I can't really have that many opinions about it. You know what I mean? Do you have an opinion about it? Running? Okay. My other question is, do you think that the new Hillary Duff album will actually be good? Because I gotta tell you, I don't. Like, secretly, low-key, high-key, I don't think that the new Hillary Duff album is gonna be very good. I really don't. I know I probably shouldn't say that out loud. Insist? I don't. This has nothing to do with anything. This has nothing to do with anything. I'm gonna guess that you probably don't have an opinion. Sorry. Um, what do you think of the downfall of Mr. Beast? That wasn't actually a downfall because I don't think it hurt his career at all. In fact, I saw this like thing on YouTube that it came up on my algorithm and it shouldn't at all because I've never fucking watched a Mr. Beast video before in my life where he was like talking about like his follower growth and he was like 10 years ago I had 100 followers or some shit and I was thinking like where the fuck did you come from? Where did you come from? And it was showing like how he has like over 200 million subscribers now. And I'm thinking, didn't they cancel your ass? Like, didn't Oompaville like bring you on and talk to you and everybody was like mad at you and shit? And wasn't there like controversy about your like Lunchables and shit? And everybody tried to cancel you. But, you know, much like James Charles, you can give me your opinion on him too if you want to. Much like James Charles, you can't be canceled if you don't give a shit, like if you just refuse to go away. You know what I mean? Like a shit fly. If you just refuse to go away, you can't be canceled. So, what do you think about what should have been the downfall of Mr. Beast, but like ultimately wasn't? You're free to speak now. Listen, if you're hanging around in this house and you're paying attention, I know you gotta know about some of this stuff. Nothing? Well, okay. Are we done? I have this thing on high too and nothing's showing up. It kind of makes me feel better. Maybe I should quit while I'm ahead